I'm ready. Are you ready, Gina?
Mm-hmm.
What is that noise?
Nothing.
What is the noise?
It's awesome.
What are you doing? It's time to start.
I'm eating a pumpkin.
Eating a pumpkin?
Mm-hmm. A Reese pumpkin. It's Halloween.
Oh,
Just give me a minute.
Give
Can
me
you
one.
Just give me a minute.
Let me have one.
Okay, here. That's just good.
Oh,
Isn't
it's good.
it? Really good.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
It's The Riveted with Chris and Gina.
Yes, it is Halloween.
It is. I'm still eating.
Come on. I mean,
It's so good.
clean your mouth out and let's get going. It's time to
hey.
start.
I've never heard you say that before. Clean your mouth.
Happy Halloween, everybody. It is our favoritist holiday of the year.
It's our favoritist Halloween.
We love Halloween. We hope you, listener, love Halloween as well. If you don't like Halloween, then we
still listen to the podcast.
Still listen because we
Yes.
have some fun things to talk about. But we just wanted to talk about the fact that it's Halloween because this podcast episode launched on Halloween.
Halloween.
And if you're listening to it on Halloween, then it's perfect. If it's like a week later or a year later, whatever, just still know that this one launched on Halloween.
And we were eating pumpkins.
Yeah, those.
Oh God, they're
we're
so
not
good.
we're not endorsed by Reese or anything. This
No, we're
podcast
not.
isn't big enough, but those Reese cup pumpkins.
Yeah, I think
that
they
they
make
come
them.
out.
I think they do it other times too, like Christmas trees and Easter eggs or whatever
Oh
they
yeah,
are.
they
but
do all the different Halloween.
oh my gosh,
or the
there's
holiday
something
things.
different about those. They're just so yummy.
They are super good.
So anyway, I apologize, but no, actually, I don't because it was really good. It was really good.
So when you eat those pumpkin, do they turn you into anything or anything? Or like
They might. So, sometimes they make me feel like I'm, talking through a well or something really, really weird. Have you ever done that before, Chris?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Like in a well. Chris, help me! I'm in the bottom of the well. Come get me! Help! Help!
I'm going to leave you down there if you keep acting this way.
Well, that's really rude. That's just rude.
Gina, when we practiced this, you were going to be a spirit or a ghost, and now you're in the bottom of a well.
Yeah, come join me.
And now I'd rather you be a spirit or a ghost.
Okay, let me be a spirit then.
All right, let's try again.
Okay. Chris,
Yes.
this is your spirit from your past Halloweens haunting you. Ooh.
Yes, I'm haunted.
Oh yeah, you are every day.
Let me tell you how I'm scared, Gina. I'm
you
very
are.
scared.
You shaking in your boots.
I'm very scared. I'm scared, Gina. I'm scared.
I bet you should be.
Please help me, Gina. Help me.
I'm gonna help you.
Oh, no,
baby.
you're the one haunting me, so you can't help me.
I can't.
Listener, help
Come.
me. Help me.
No, come join me.
Help me.
I'm in the well. I am your subconscious
Yeah.
in that empty head of yours. That deep, deep well.
All right, I'm cutting you off. Don't
Well-
be talking about my empty head.
You've cut me off in more ways than one, haven't you?
Yeah, listener, we just discovered that our cool podcast equipment has this awesome stuff, and we thought we'd play with it for Halloween for a minute. So we hope you indulge us. And
They're like, okay, who are these weird people?
no, they're not. Surely they wouldn't.
Yes.
I got this other cool one. So in the spirit of Halloween,
Yes.
check this out, Gina. I am now.
A monster.
Oh no! Help me! Help me!
Yes, Gina. I'm coming to get you.
Ah!
Let me eat you, Gina. I'm going to just ravage you and eat
Yes, please, please, please. Here I am.
you. Yeah, well,
You are so weird. You are just completely out of your mind.
These are cool. I'm telling
I
you.
like it.
And you know, when you dress up and you in your Halloween costumes and stuff, you could also be. I could be a robot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let
let's
me
check
see
it-
that one.
I'm a robot, Gina. I am a podcast robot man
From what planet are you from?
from planet Uranus.
I walked right into that
Yes,
one,
you
didn't I?
did.
Why are you turning red?
Well, it's
Your
funny
face is red.
because I said Uranus on a
I
podcast.
know you did. You naughty boy. You naughty boy.
Yeah.
It's a planet, right?
Yeah. So anyway, listener, we love Halloween, and how we're going to tie that into the fact that this is a Airstream oriented podcast is just talk for a minute about some of the fun places we've been.
Just a few of them.
Yeah, just a few.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been to some cool places with our Airstream.
That were, we consider Halloween themed, or
Well, the name
The
implies
name,
that
yes.
it could fit perfectly
Yes.
with Halloween themed
Yes.
stuff based on the name.
and one of them. Can I talk about one of them right fast?
Sure.
Because we had never heard of it. It was not on our radar. We had been in Moab, Utah, at Arches and stuff, playing around for a couple of weeks, and we decided to leave there. Where were we headed? I don't remember, but we left there and we're going down this highway, and we see this sign that says Death Valley. No, excuse me. It says Goblin Valley State Park. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, what's Goblin? And it was on Halloween.
Valley State Park.
Did that make you feel better?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do them all that way.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the spirit of Halloween, and it was right around Halloween. It might have been Halloween Day. Yeah.
It
I
wasn't
can't-
Halloween.
Are you
but
sure?
it was in October, but it wasn't
Yes.
Halloween.
But anyway, it was perfect. And we say, okay, well, we've got to stop by and see what it is. So we made the turn, and then it said another 7 miles. And then we made that turn. And then I think it was another 5 or 6 miles. And we're like, okay, where are we going? And we were getting further out in the desert and further out in the desert. And then all of a sudden, we came up on this really cool state park. And they have hoodoos in them that they call goblins. And
they refer to them as goblins.
as goblins, yes, and they let you actually walk out into the gardens of them, or whatever they called it. You walk out in, and you can climb up on them, and you know, go over top of them, hide through them, you know, go through the caves, whatever. It was so cool.
The way that the hoodoos are formed in that landscape, it causes them to have this shape that they look like little goblins.
They do look like little goblins.
And it is the most unique thing we've ever
Yes.
seen. Some of them look like mushrooms. Some of them look like penises, actually, believe it or not.
Did you really just say that?
Well,
you know
they
what?
do.
You know what I call that?
What?
Earth porn.
Yes, we need to have a whole podcast episode
I can
on
totally do a podcast on Earth.
that. But right
porn.
now we're talking about Halloween.
Okay, but
We-
you acted like Halloween. You know, it's holiday, so you
Forget-
acted like there was something
Forgive
else.
me for saying anything about penises.
So let me tell you
I
a thing
was-
about Goblin State Park.
Valley State
I
Park.
mean, see, you've got me so flustered over here.
Goblin Valley State Park.
Do you guys see what I have to put up with? Don't y'all feel for me here?
Now that I know about this button, I might
I,
use it all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a button to push over there in a minute. So
We have
We
more
went-
on the list.
please
Gina.
let me speak.
Okay.
So we went into the visitor center as we were leaving. And guess what they had in there? They had a T-shirt with an Airstream on it,
Yeah.
and it had a reflection of the goblins, you know, or hoodoos reflecting into the Airstream. Well, of course, I had to buy that. You know, I had to make them go in the back and get me one. But
It was a neat. It's a
It was
neat
really
T-shirt.
cool,
Of all
yes.
the like Airstream related T-shirts we have, that one is one of the coolest ones, and it
Yes.
says Goblin Valley State Park on
it's
it.
really cool. Yes.
It's in Utah.
Maybe we can post a picture of that later so they can see it. But
Sure.
yes.
Yeah, Goblin Valley is pretty awesome. Another one that it's obvious is
Very popular.
yeah, Devil's Tower in Wyoming. You know, that's
If you haven't been, go. It is a remarkable
yeah,
place.
the name, you know, just Devil's Tower. That's
Mhm.
kind
Well,
of
the legend behind it's pretty
Yeah.
remarkable too.
yeah.
But
Oh, hold on.
Devil's Tower.
Yeah.
National Monument.
Oh, sorry.
Devil's Tower National Monument.
For those of you who I just don't know what to do with you. For those of you who listen to our podcast with my boyfriend Brian on there, then we talked about Devil's Tower and camping right at the base of it, in the Airstream, and that was a pretty neat campsite there. I didn't even know it was there.
Oh,
And
it's
I'd been
amazing.
at Devil's Tower many times, but
So I'm looking at this list, Gina, that you prepared or we prepared, and a lot of them have the word devil in it.
well, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well, let's do another one.
Okay.
So we have this one. It's the second one, Gina. What's that one?
The second one.
Yeah.
Oh, Devil's Den.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you say Devil's Den?
Devil's Den Spring in Florida.
You did that one right.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Devil's Den.
Yes.
It's a underground spring that
A lot of people scuba dive there.
tons of scuba diving,
It's
but
basically a hole in the ground, and they built these stairs to go down on a little platform, and you can go down in it, and you can scuba dive and stuff. Look these places up. They're way cool.
when you walk up to it and they have a viewing platform around it, and you just see this hole in the ground that goes down, forever, and then the water is clear but dark. It
Yeah.
just
Well, they have lights down there and stuff. It's nice.
it looks,
And they as well have a campground right there on site that nothing fancy, but it's a nice place to
Yeah.
stay. I think we hung out there 3 or 4 days.
it's in Central Florida. It's a neat spot.
Yeah. So if you want to finish up with the Devils, can I talk about one more?
You want me to do Devils now?
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
All right. So the last one is the Devils Golf Course in California at
Where's
Death
your
Valley.
voice?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to hit the button.
Devil's Golf Course, Death Valley, California.
Yeah, that is a unique place.
The whole place is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love this place.
It-
Death Valley is one of my favorite places to go.
It is, but the Devil's Golf Course, I don't know how to explain what causes it to look that way. There's a technical reason for it, but it's just
the salt
ground
crystals or something. They rise
yeah.
with the heat, and
It's
I don't know.
over the
Somebody
top.
on here will know. And
If
anyway,
you-
that's another episode.
Yeah, but if you were out at Death Valley when it's 110, 115 degrees, and you go look at this Devil's Golf Course area of the national park, you'd realize why they call it the Devil's Golf Course.
It's like it looks like rock, mineral crystals. Sticking up spikes sticking up out of the ground.
Yeah.
So it's
over the top.
it's a neat place. So we can change. I'll name and we don't have to name everything. Let's just do another one though. One more. Is that okay?
Yep. You want
All
me
right.
to say it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hell's Half Acre in Wyoming. Did that come out clear?
It did.
Hell's
Acre.
Half Acre.
Okay. You're done.
Okay.
I got to take this away from you. And this one is another one that we just happened upon in driving, which is a lot of things that we do because we don't research anything. But we needed to pull over, and we saw this little sign of a place that we could pull over. And when we did, there was a fence around it. And we're like, maybe we shouldn't be here. It's like danger, do not cross, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, we got to stop for a minute and then we can move on. And so we jump out and we're looking around, and I look through the fence, and it literally dropped right down. And there was a little sign out to the side that said it was Hell's Half Acre. And so then it intrigued us so much that we had to go around and find the entrance to it and go in and see it. And
It's almost like a little small miniature version of Bryce Canyon in a way,
kinda, yeah.
except it's nowhere near as beautiful, but a lot of the
Well, it's white.
Yeah.
It's like the mineral is white.
yeah, but the
Mhm.
way that the landscape is kind of eroded over the years and stuff is similar to visually to some of the Bryce Canyon type of hoodoos and stuff, but it's different. I mean, it's altogether different, but it's
It's the same but different. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, sort of.
Yes,
This is
okay.
40 miles west of Casper, Wyoming, right?
Yes.
That's where this one is.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
It's just another fun place to go visit.
was.
I mean, and I'm sure there's tons and tons and tons of more out there. We just want to name a few
oh yeah,
out there in the area that we had been to, and
just for the fun of it
Just
because
for
it's
fun.
Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Halloween.
Why do you get to play with it and I never get to play with it?
Because I'm pushing the button.
Yes, you do.
So anyway, yeah, as you can tell, we enjoy Halloween. We like having fun, and those locations are cool. Add them to your list if you've not been, and don't be scared of nothing. Just because it's got the word
Scared? Don't be
devils in it
scared?
doesn't mean it's scary.
No, it's beautiful.
Goblin-
It's all beautiful.
Goblin Valley State Park, you got to go. It's one
Yeah.
of those.
They have a little campground. Oh,
Yeah, you
but
gotta
if
do
you
it.
like to boondock as you're going down the highway, the last little 5 or 6 miles before you get to it, they actually have boondocking right off the side of the road.
Yep.
There, you can just pull over and park for a few days.
So Gina and I's passion for Halloween extended the past, 6-7 years into our RV life and everything, and the past 5 years since we've had our Riveted Fox community of RVing friends all over the country, we've been doing a lot of fun Halloween related things.
Yes.
It seemed like we're getting together either at campouts or doing a lot of the virtual Zoom based stuff we do through our community. But we just thought we'd share a couple fun things we did Halloween themed with the community too.
Well, one of the first things that we did was right when COVID hit, or right after COVID had hit, and we were so bummed because
That first Halloween after COVID.
Yeah, because we look forward to, doing the Halloween activities. And so we didn't give up on it. What we did was turn it virtual. And what did we call it, Chris?
We called it the zombie invasion of the village.
Zombie invasion.
Do you want me to use the
Well, it's too late now. I kind of thought that's
Oh,
where
you
you
were
were going to
teeing me
go
up.
with it. And I like put it right up
I'm
there for
sorry.
you. And you just
Totally sorry.
totally flubbed that one
button?
up.
Well, I don't have a zombie button. I only have a monster button.
Oh, gosh. Well,
Yeah.
same difference, right?
Well, yeah. Anyway, what we did was we had friends all over the country, and we all logged in on Zoom. I think we had about 60 or 70 people,
Yeah,
and
it
we
was a big one.
we encouraged them all to.
Everyone was dressed up. They weren't allowed in unless they were dressed up.
They had to dress and act like a
Yes.
zombie.
And we had a contest.
Yeah, and we had the best zombie contest.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was a blast, and we did it on Halloween, and it was a lot of fun. And we'll share a picture of mine and Gina's zombie.
I took
and
our
it's-
clothes. Of course, on the Zoom, you mainly see someone from like the chest up, or at least the waist up, but chest up usually. And so I took clothes and ripped them to shreds, and I had blood coming out of his ears and nose and cheeks. I ripped you all up, didn't I, baby?
Yeah, it was fun.
It looked good.
We
It looked
looked
really good. Yeah.
We took a couple cool pictures of us out in front of the Airstream, and we'll share those pictures. But we did it up, and to think about, we weren't going to a live in person Halloween party because it was
No, it was
pandemic.
just in our rig.
But we did it virtually, and so here Gina and I are sitting in our Airstream, connecting with friends all over. And everybody else was dressed like zombies too. It was a blast.
It was wonderful.
And we've done some type of Halloween themed costume contest or costume party or something ever since that one.
Yeah, and not all of them have been on Zoom though, because we did a camp out in October in Louisiana a couple years back, and we did the
Rougarou Roundup.
They probably didn't hear that word.
Probably not.
So there's this thing, this legend, folklore in Louisiana, about the rougarou, and it is a beast that haunts and stalks children if they're bad.
Yes.
And that's one of the folklore, as well as other things. But you go down into South Louisiana or anywhere in Louisiana, and you start talking about the rougarou, and the locals down there know all about it. So we did
You're supposed to put pennies at your windows.
Yeah. And so we did a camp out in Beaubridge, Louisiana, and
Which was a lot of fun.
It was a blast. Had a lot of fun. We had
we did the well, we did a contest there too, but we had last night we did the Rougarou Roundup party.
Yeah, and we encouraged everybody to dress up like their
But
best
what was
Rougarou.
what was the twist to our Rougarou?
I don't remember what.
Instead of being like a beast, like a wolf or something like that, we made it into fox. You
Yeah.
know, you used a fox head or fox tails
Yeah.
or whatever. That was really cool. And you know, we were doing that, but so did they. You know, the community came in fox
Yeah,
gear too. That was,
when
and
you
we
do-
didn't know it that
When
they
you
had
do
planned
a
that.
when you do a Google search for pictures of a Rougarou, there's a lot of really ghastly kind of
Yeah.
stuff out there.
And they're huge.
Yeah.
They're like really big. Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. We had a great
Mhm.
Halloween party. I dressed up as a Skelebaner, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to tell them that.
Should I not have?
No, well, I mean, you've been talking about everything else
Oh,
tonight.
well,
so
anyway,
go,
it was
go for it.
like I had this full body suit that made me look like a skeleton, but the skeleton had a boner.
Yes, it was pretty funny. And it had this little pump that came through the sleeve of his arm and landed in his hand, and he could squeeze it and
Make it
yes.
make it move. Yeah,
It was rather disturbing, but
it was great.
it was funny.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was-
everybody loved it.
It was a lot of fun. So that was a blast, and that didn't fall on Halloween, but we it was like
It was close enough.
a week or so before
It's
Halloween.
October.
Yeah,
I
and
think you should just celebrate the whole month of October.
yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then
Yes.
so go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say we do other things besides, I mean, we dress up for other things too, but we do other things besides Halloween contest.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
But the last one we'll share before we move on, and we're pretty proud of this, is that we just this week did our 5th annual, what we call Jack-o'-lantern reveal party, or
What you call is what?
what I say is show us your pumpkin.
Yes, he likes to say, show us your pumpkin.
Show us your pumpkin. And so we encourage all of our friends all over the country to carve a jack-o'-lantern.
It has to be real. The only stipulations really is that it has to be a real pumpkin. And then you can either paint it or carve it or decorate it however you want to, but you have to start with a real pumpkin, 1 or 2 or however many.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then we come together on Zoom, and
And they don't always have to be like scary or anything like
it
that.
could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's anything.
And it's most creative, or most intricate, or just whatever. But what we do is everybody shows their pumpkin off, and we vote in real time for who feels like they have the best jack-o'-lantern, and then give a prize for the winner. And we just did that, and it was a blast. And when we scheduled it and put it out there on our website, we got to thinking, we're like, this is the 5th year we've been doing this. And it's more fun every year because you never know what people are going to
We've had people
do.
make pumpkins where they distributed wine out of them. Yeah. And we've had some who made campers.
Yeah, let me do a different button for this one. I just want to say it one more time. So this event was called the
Show us your pumpkin. Everybody, show us your pumpkin.
Right now, everybody. Hey, I can almost hear me doing it right now.
Almost.
Oh, you took it off.
It's picking up.
Now, so I can't really remember, Chris, help me here. Is the pumpkin reveal, the first pumpkin reveal Zoom that we did, was that when I wore the orange mask?
No.
It
that
wasn't?
that was different.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
I was
different.
thinking it was on our first one.
I don't know. It might have been. I can't remember. But you wore a solid
Orange mask. Yes.
and never spoke the entire
I never
event.
spoke. Well, we both had a mask on.
Yeah, it could
and
have been. Actually.
I have to tell you guys this, and I wish this had been recorded when we did this, but we both had the orange mask on at the very beginning, and we came on and weren't talking. And then Chris started talking through the mask, of course, because we're running the Zoom. We have to, one of us at least. And he starts talking, and well, then he gets really hot in his mask, so he takes it off. And I didn't take mine off. and he asked me questions, and everybody on there was saying something, and I was holding my eyes like really wide, so all you saw through the orange mask, it was a blank mask basically.
She
No,
looked
no
like she-
lips or nose. It was really weird.
She looked like she needed to be in an insane asylum. That's what she
Probably
looked like.
do, but anyway, I just did my eyes really big, and I kind of talked with my eyes, and Chris actually muted the Zoom, turned the video off, and looked over at me and said, "You are freaking me out."
She was.
Yeah, it was fun. I
was a
did
lot
that
of
the
fun.
whole night. That was a lot of fun. But, that's what we like to do. We like to
Halloween
have
is
fun.
Halloween's a lot of fun. We like to
Mhm.
have fun, and
I like to dress up. I think dressing up is fun.
yeah, there's just so many fun, creative things you can do
Mm-hmm.
during the Halloween holiday.
Yes.
And from a RVing standpoint, a lot of people. I've seen some amazing pictures of people
Oh.
that have decorated their Airstream
Yes.
this year, and you can go to some RV resorts or parks that
Mhm.
really go all out for Halloween, and it's just a great time of year to be in your camper for one. And
It's just fun. Whether
It
you
is.
have little kids or grandkids or whatever with you or around, it's just fun to get out of the norm and relax, loosen up a little bit, and maybe dress up, hand out some candy,
eat some pumpkins.
eat some pumpkins. Makes my toes curl, So
Yeah.
yummy.
Thank you for pacifying us as we talked about Halloween, listener. So it's Gina and I's favorite holiday, and we
We tried not to make it last too long or to bore you. We tried to keep you entertained, I hope.
yeah.
But
Well,
we have some fun things coming up.
we do. The next
Yeah.
thing we wanted to talk about was just how we're excited to head out to a rally next week.
An Airstream rally.
Yeah, so we, I think we've mentioned it in past episodes, we are part of the Carolinas Airstream Club unit under the
Woohoo! Shout out to them.
International Club, and we've been a member 6 years, and we have participated in some of their events, but not a lot because we do a lot of traveling in the Western U.S. and stuff. But we're back east, and we're going to go to their rally next week, which is the last one of the camping season for that camping unit, and it's going to be down at the beach, and we're excited about that. The last count that
Down
we-
the beach of South Carolina.
yeah, we
Mhm.
saw that like 83 rigs and about 150, 60 people, something like
Yeah,
that.
163 or 4, I think.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to going down there. We volunteered to do a little bit of fun stuff and kind of get everybody mingling during the happy hour and have some fun. So we're going to do
Yeah.
that.
Hopefully make some people laugh. Get out
Yeah.
of the chairs,
Yeah.
connect with each other.
This is a cool.
It's probably going to be a shitty situation, but it'll be all right.
Why is it going to be a shitty situation?
You'll see.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. No, we're gonna have some fun, and there's a lot of people that are going to be there we hadn't seen in several years, so we're excited about that. And it's always just a great rally down there. There's a a cool RV resort that's been around forever.
It's huge.
Gina actually grew up there almost or at least in her
Close by,
teenage
yeah.
years. But this place is called Ocean Lakes, and if anybody listening has been there before, you know what we're talking about. But
It is huge.
yeah, it's an amazing.
It's kind of a mixed
place.
use. They have everything from tents, campers. They have trailers they rent out. They have huge homes on it now.
Yeah.
It's grown a lot.
Yep.
Mhm.
But we're excited to do the rally. We haven't been there in a couple years, several years actually, and I think the actual last official rally we did with the Carolinas Airstream unit was at that
Oh, really?
location several years ago. So we're excited that we leave next week to go down there for
I
5
almost
nights.
feel like you're pre-warning them that here we come.
If they're listening to this podcast before the rally, then yeah,
Here we come.
Hold on tight. Here we
Yep.
come. We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, get ready.
Yeah, and we are also I'm skipping ahead on our little list here, but we invite people to sit down and hang out with us and record an episode.
Yeah, right. So any one of you listening out there, if you're going to be at the rally at the beach next week, then come say hey to us. Maybe sit down and let's have a chat.
Yeah, we'll say hey to you. You say hey to us.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah.
Bonjour.
So we're excited. We're looking forward to that. So the next thing on our list is we want to give everybody a little teaser of an upcoming episode, because this is an episode that's very special and exciting to us.
It is special, and this is just a little teaser. We can't tell you too much about it, but we've been working really hard on putting this one together.
So our very first recording of with a guest, we've yet to put out on the podcast yet, because this one is so unique.
Well, we're having to do it in stages.
We are, but we know of a gentleman that is 96, and he had owned an Airstream since 1983, and he's a tremendous veteran of the armed forces. He's lived an amazing life, and the only way that we met him, the only reason we met him, is because of Airstream.
Because of the Airstream.
And when we did meet him and we had our first conversation and we started visiting, we spent a few hours, and then as we left that first visit and we properly introduced ourselves, we both have the same last name of Fox. And
which sparked another hour or so conversation.
Yeah. So just his life that he's lived, the fact that we possibly could be kin, his own Airstream life, the Airstream connection. We went and visited him in person in Utah, and we recorded with him, and there's so much footage content, excuse me, that we have had to pour through and try to make sure that it is brought out with respect and with good quality, so you guys can enjoy it when you listen to it.
Yes.
We're deep in the weeds with getting it ready because we want to get it out as soon as we can, and we just want to give you a little teaser because it is a project that Gina and I are working on feverishly right now, and want to get it out there.
And one of the reasons that we're working on it so hard is that his voice tapers off a little bit, and we're trying to make it loud and entertaining for you guys, because he is older. I wish we would have recorded him, 5 years ago when we met him, but we didn't, and shame on us, but we have it now, and we're just trying to put it together for it to be entertaining for everyone.
But his name is David Fox, and he has lived an amazing life. We're excited to bring that episode to you, and our goal is to try and get that out in the next week or two. And we wanted to give you a quick little teaser about it because, there's tons of people that are enjoying the Airstream lifestyle that served in the military, as did David. There's tons of stories that everybody has about their military life, as does David. But, it's such a unique aspect of mine and Gina's life to have met him purely because of the fact that we own an Airstream and he owned an Airstream.
Right.
And we're just glad to know him. So we're excited to put that out and hope you are when you're able to listen to it.
I would just like to say one more thing about that before we move on, and that is the fact that he actually served in the military alongside of his son. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people who can say that, but
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Anyway, that's coming up soon. So be looking for it.
Be looking out for it. We haven't. I don't know what to title that episode yet. We still haven't given it an official title.
They'll know. They'll know when they see it.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So look forward to that. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
I don't know. Do you think maybe we've talked too much today? I mean, we just wanted to talk a minute.
Well, we're at 34 minutes right now.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
gosh.
We can wrap up. But
I just don't want to bore them, I mean.
How could they possibly be
bored when I push this button?
I love when you push that button, baby.
Here, hold
you
on
just
a minute.
push that button. I love it.
Hold on, let me do this. Say it now, Gina. I said I love it when you push buttons. I just love it. With this button, Gina, you don't have to change your voice. The button changes it.
I didn't know I changed my voice.
Yes, you made it really high, and the button made it high.
So if I did the robot, would I make my voice like a robot?
Yeah, you wouldn't. You just talk normal and let the
I
button
thought I
do it.
was talking normal.
No, you were jacked up
I
super
was.
high.
I was
Yeah.
jacked up, everybody. Did y'all hear that? I was jacked up.
You even had your facial expression
I
going.
did.
Yeah.
Well, I was all into it.
So
Quit picking on me.
okay, real quick, everybody, we're going to just put a quick little plug in there, and then ask you at the end of this episode to listen to a quick little statement we've got to explain to you about Patreon. But the Riveted Fox community and the Riveted with Chris and Gina podcast has a Patreon page, and we ask you and encourage you to go check that out. You can find the link for it in our link trees and in the episode description here and stuff. But
And that's where we'll post some of the pictures that we talk about and stuff too.
yeah. But we're having fun with this podcast, and we hope you're enjoying it. And just wanted to let you know that we do have a Patreon page, and we'll give you a quick little example or explanation of what all that means at the end of this episode if you want to listen to it. So
yes.
do that, and then we also invite them about the stuff now.
Oh, I can now?
Now you can, yeah.
So anyone out there listening, if you have an epic or a non-epic Airstream story, please come and share it with us. It doesn't have to be over the top or anything, really.
We met somebody the other day and had a chat with them, and they said, we're not interesting enough to be on the podcast.
Yes, I
And we're
know,
like,
but
"That's
they're
not-"
so we talked to them for like 10 or 15 minutes, and they didn't shut up.
Yeah.
They just talk, and Chris and I are going, this is a podcast right here.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
Yeah,
like
it was
we've
great.
got to talk them into coming on.
So the point is, the concept of this podcast is to get the fun conversations and the positive message of having an Airstream in your life.
Everybody has a story,
Out there.
Come tell it and share your story.
So send us a note to info@therivetedfox.com, or you can go to our website, therivetedfox.com, and we have a page called Get in Touch, and you can click on that. There's a little contact form you can fill out that comes straight to Gina and I, and we'll reach out to you and set up a time to chat. And then we have this cool way to record remotely through the internet, and super fun, and we'd love to have you on as a guest and keep the conversation rolling.
Absolutely. But, even if you don't come on as a guest, we want to say thank you so much for listening to our gibberish. Thank you so much.
We are dialed in, Gina. This is not gibberish. We are past a dozen episodes now, so we are
No way,
we are
really?
professionals.
Oh, professionals.
We are.
Yes. Whatever you say, babe.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are.
But thank you so much for listening.
We do. Yeah. Thanks so much. And
we just hope that we are putting a smile on your face, even if it's just for a moment. We like to hear. Tell us, put a comment or something. Let us know if you're giggling when you hear us. I like to make people giggle. Can I do that? Giggle. Is there a giggle button?
There is not a giggle button.
Oh, push a big giggle button.
Let me see.
Giggle button. Oh, hold on. I'll do it this way.
Hold on. I can do it.
You can do it?
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Go, Gina.
Giggle.
Oh, wait.
Giggle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, good Lord.
I know. It's so much fun.
All right, everybody. Well, we're going to call it on this episode, and we hope you had fun. Happy Halloween. And we can't wait to have you join us on another episode, and we will
trick or treat, everyone. We love you. See you down the road.
Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to tell you about Patreon and how you can help support the Riveted Fox community. Patreon is a simple, interactive way to support the people who make the content you love. The Riveted Fox community has always been and always will be free. There's no value that can be assigned to this community of RV lovers that we've built from all corners of the USA. But there are associated costs with operating our website, creating our podcast, in addition to the large amounts of time it takes to create and plan our online and in-person events. For $5 a month, the the equivalent of a cup of coffee or a beer, you can support the Riveted Fox community, continuing to be a great social resource for you. In addition to help keep the community up and running, becoming a Patreon also means invites to special Zoom-based hangouts, first to know details of events, free merch, and so much more. Gina and I thank you for your love and support. Peace.